Let's speak to Peter Mathews about this. He's a political analyst and professor of political science at Cypress College in California and is joining us from Los Angeles. Thank you so much for being with us on Al Jazeera. So President-elect Trump claims that democratic environmental policies contributed to the fires in LA. We heard him call Gavin Newsom incompetent. Do you think Trump is politicizing this crisis as some claim, or is there some truth to his claims, in fact?
Well, let's go back to what has brought this on. It's basically the climate change warnings we got from the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change by the United Nations and the U.S. Fourth Governmental Assessment on Climate Change. They both said we have to reduce the temperature down to less than 1.5 degrees Celsius to keep these things from occurring. Well, we're at 1.5 right now. We're at the tipping point, and so it's much more severe than ever before. We've never had fires like this spreading so quickly. And then you have also the dryness in the climate because of that, the extreme weather, wetness on the East Coast and dryness here. And so the fire catches much more quickly than normal. And these things have been occurring. I think both sides, President Trump and Governor Newsom, need to work together to fix this problem right now and not have accusations flying back and forth at this point. People are in a desperate situation right now.
Yeah, but Trump and Newsom, as you suggest there, have clashed in the past over, things like fire prevention, environmental policies, climate change, and so on, even immigration. Is this personal, the spat we're seeing between them right now? Is that something personal, you think?
I think that it's probably a difference in politics and an assessment of what's really going on. For example, President Trump actually has denied climate change in the past. He said that it's a Chinese hoax, the words I used that he used before. And that was a few years ago when it was coming on strong. And then Governor Newsom, of course, has been at the forefront of environmental protection, but it's not always perfect in terms of getting it all done and predicting what will happen. So, we have to have more firefighters, for example. And in that case, we have to pay more money to hire them. And we have to have the super scooper planes bought by our own state rather than borrowed from Canada when it's needed. The investment in infrastructure and preventing this from happening. And we need to keep politics out of this at this point. And it could be a point that these two men may be tempted to use political rhetoric, especially on what President Trump is saying about Governor Newsom. But both of them should get together on this. This is an American problem and a worldwide problem and a California problem.
Right. It doesn't look like they're getting together at the moment, though. I mean, multiple times we've heard Trump threaten to withhold aid for California wildfires, both as president and even during the campaign, and now as president-elect. Do you think he'll actually do it?
That will be unconscionable because he's supposed to be president when he takes office in a week of all the American people, Democrats, Republicans, whatever his followers are, and other people in this country and the state. So you have to make policy that will benefit the public good. And so it just has to be done. The public has to call for it. The public has to call these leaders into doing what the right thing is to do for the United States of America, California, and the world as well. This is a worldwide problem.
Right. But whether or not we like it, I mean, the crisis, Peter Mathews, is now being politicized. And it's not just Newsom who's being criticized. California politicians, including the mayor, Karen Bass, LA mayor, have faced criticism since these fires broke out. And whether or not we like it, it's become a political issue. What do you think are going to be the consequences of this?
I think that's to be seen after this crisis is over. We're right in the middle of it, and it's kind of growing because the fire has spread eastward now. Even though it's been contained partly in the Pacific Palisades, it's spreading eastward, and the air quality is horrendous. I've been monitoring the air quality, and throughout Southern California, I'm in LA County, throughout the county have a terrible air quality. So we have to make sure that these folks stop the politics and get forward with getting the things done. And, it is a problem when politics enters the situation. It's very critical that we don't let it happen and take over.
Thank you so much for talking to us. Peter Mathews, political analyst and professor of political science at Cypress College. Thank you for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you.